Tell me, Tony, the
Okay.
alternate
So
ending.
it ends. It goes, I think, 6 months later. Simon is in Budapest enjoying a nice meal. And then it turns out John McClane is there. So John McClane tracked him to Budapest. And he's wearing like a big, thick, heavy coat. And he's just like, hey, I found you. And then Simon tries to call like his guys. And he's like, oh, I have their cell phone right here. He's like, now I'm not sure if that's one of the two that I killed or the two that I have handcuffed. I'm not sure which one it is. So he reveals, he's like, yeah, so what happened to Simon? What happened to all your guys and your girlfriend? And it's like Simon in this version took all the gold for just himself. He had it what do they call it? He had them turned into little Empire State Buildings, gold Empire State Buildings.
Okay.
But yeah, he betrayed everyone, every single one of his crew. He betrayed.
See, I'd like that. That's a little bit more brutal.
Yeah, but he asked him like how he found him. It's like, well, John McClane's just like, yeah, I figured you went through Canada and you did this. He's like, by the way, that pill bottle that you gave me, we actually tracked it to a small little pharmacy here down the street. So again, he because he assumed he was going to die. It's like, oh, wait, where did he get this? So that's in the original version, the pill was from the pharmacy, which led him to Budapest.
Yeah, I like that one.
Now he tells him, it's just like, oh, by the way, I was fired from the NYPD because they thought I was in on it. They didn't want to admit they screwed up, so they just assumed he was in on it, so they fired him. Then he tells him that he's like, the inspector's still trying to fight for me to get my pension. He's just, hopefully I get that. Zeus is apparently doing well, but he's basically like, so you screwed everyone, I found you. And then he's like, we're gonna play a game called McClane Says, and he pulls out a Chinese rocket launcher, but all the targeting stuff is taken off, so he doesn't know which way it's directed. And then he starts asking riddles to Simon, and the one he's just like, I got a bad guy and a good guy are here, and there's a bomb. What did the bad guy forget? So Simon freaks out, hits the button, and he blows himself up. Like the rocket shoots through him. And it reveals that John McClane, the answer is a flak jacket, because John McClane had a flak jacket underneath his coat. And then that's how the movie ends. And I'm sorry, but that sucked. They needed to change that ending. Because John McClane, he doesn't seem like the guy
that's that cruel.
Yeah, one is that cruel, but two would hold that type of vendetta and seek the person out.
No, that's Taken.
Yeah, that's Taken or something. There's heroes that can do that, but the appeal of John McClane is that he happens to be in these situations.
He's a happy-go-lucky killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just it's like, oh no, he wasn't meant to be in the situation. He's thrusted into it, but
now that he's here, he'll take you out.
Yeah, right, yeah. Right. But then I feel like the John McClane we know, after that whole boat explosion, if he say he didn't know about the pill bottle or anything, he would be like, well, that sucks. It's someone else's problem now. That would be his thing.
He'd be pissed for a little bit, but then
but instead he goes on this. He's traveling the world to go on a murder revenge mission with a rocket launcher. And I'm like, dude, now you're getting yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't think it tested.
He doesn't have to worry about his pension.
Yeah. Well, I think in the next movie, the bad guy deletes his 401k. So, oh well. So yeah, it's just a needlessly cruel thing for McClane to do. It was very out of character. It's a cool idea for a scene, but it didn't really work for this movie.
And it didn't work for that movie because that's not. Yeah, that was.
Luckily, they were still able to use the pill bottle to figure out a new ending. And again, that's not.
If he had the rocket launcher, it'd be at the helicopter.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, the ending, I guess it just didn't test well. Also, it's not very actiony. If you're following up the last two, you want a very actiony ending, right? Not this kind of sit down one. Not that you can't do that, but
and the helicopter scene worked.
Yeah, well. Like I said, I think the ending of the movie is rushed. But when I found out what the alternate ending was, I'm like, okay, well, it was going to be way worse. Would have been nice if it was a little. If they had more time to figure it out.
You have a point. If they had tried to get away from him, and John and Zeus chased them and then they crash or they
Yeah.
blow up, that would be.
That would have been cool.
Right.
That would have been cool.
But you're right. I would have I have a helicopter.
I'm just gonna fly away.
Right. I take a couple gold bars
Yeah,
with me. I got
but
the
not
girl.
only did Simon have a helicopter, but he had a better gun, and he got John on the ground, and he could have flew away at that point.
He got the girl. I got the
Yeah.
gold. I'm in Budapest.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.
Talking about tapes.